the day unfolds with laughter and cheer. Brad's got the magic that brings us all near. Sharing tales of hope, dreams that shine bright. Good morning, Marianas.
It is quiet.
Together we ignite. So join under the palm trees. We dance through the days. With rhythm and soul in so many ways. Together we
All right, Good Morning Marianas. It is Hump Day, 7:34 on Wednesday morning. Now, normally, you'd already get a bunch of commercials. You'd get a bunch of news updates and all this stuff, but we are going straight in to weather because we've got our special guy on here, a meteorologist. He's actually sideways right now. You look good before. Oh, now you look good. Now you look good. It just changed your perspective. So if you keep the phone,
Is it better yet?
no, you look pretty funny. Now I got the tall version, so I'm not sure what happened. But here, let's do this, Landon. While I got you on here, we'll let everybody watch us play Phone Olympics and gymnastics. Oh, there you go. Now it's magic. There you go. Landon Aydlett from the National Weather Service in Guam. He's here. He's part of our show this morning to talk about everything that's happened weather-wise. You are the celebrity of the hour. I mean, you always are. But I mean, like now that the weather's picking up a little bit and it looks like there might be more on the way, everyone wants to know what's going on, Landon.
Yeah, it's definitely a very busy morning. Good morning, CNMI. It's a very busy morning with this tropical disturbance pushing through and toward our islands. Today, I'm going to turn my camera around, just show you what we're looking at. And it's not a pretty picture out there. And so you see CNMI and Guam right there in the middle. But where is that tropical disturbance? Well, this looks like a tropical disturbance. That was 97W yesterday. That is now Tropical Depression 10W on the far western side of our area of responsibility. This is another brand new tropical disturbance that JTWC is watching just outside of the Weather Service Guam area of responsibility. But where is 98W? It's that mess right there, and it's a very poorly organized system. And so that's the good news for us. It's very sloppy. Honestly, I was not impressed when I woke up this morning at 1 o'clock and started looking at satellite data. That is the good news for us. This thing is a slop fest. This would not in any way, means, or form win a tropical cyclone beauty pageant. It's just not impressive. It's a wet mess, sloppy, disorganized, and that works to our advantage. This time and distance between us and 98W, that is shrinking. That is also good news. That means that there's less time for any significant development to occur with 98W on its approach. But we do have to watch this very closely in the coming days because a variety of forecast models do show this disturbance pushing up toward Guam and the CNMI and developing that low-level circulation center at the surface and then evolving and developing in the coming days, pretty much on top of the CNMI. When will that occur? That remains unknown. How fast will that intensification and development occur? That remains an unknown and varies between forecast models. So the likely expectations for people on the street is expect several days of showers, thunderstorms, locally heavy rainfall, and gusty winds starting to develop around Thursday into Friday and Saturday. We could see a couple days of a monsoon surge develop on the south side of that disturbance as it pushes through the islands, sustaining the wet and windy weather into the weekend. So a lot of variables. Will this be another Typhoon Mawar or a Typhoon Pseudolore for the islands? That is not likely with this scenario. We're just simply running out of time and distance for any kind of development to occur. Will this be a typhoon for any of the islands of the CNMI? That does not look too likely at this point, especially for Rota, Tinian, and Saipan. But we could be dealing with a tropical depression, maybe a tropical storm if things really, really start coming together today, tonight, and tomorrow. And that remains a big uncertainty. So follow and focus on those impacts: showers, thunderstorms, gusty winds, tents, canopies, tarps, trash bins, those loose items that are susceptible to strong wind gusts. That's what you want to secure or take down or pull inside altogether. And just ride this one out, but stay tuned for weather information as we go through the coming days.
Wow. Yeah. So the dreaded words that come into our head is rapid intensification. I mean, is that something that with the temperatures that we've had lately, is that going to be our thing? That have we been the beneficiary of those tough sales that have been going through?
Yeah, the top cells, that's kind of a wild card to the development and organization of the system. Right now, the satellite picture doesn't show a very healthy environment for rapid intensification. And ideally, that the tropical cyclones, they want a very low wind shear. So as you go up in the atmosphere, you don't want the wind speeds and directions to change much. You want it to be a nice, uh, solid atmosphere, the things that can develop vertically unimpeded. We're not seeing that right now. And so there is some possibility that things could come into alignment at the surface all the way up to the upper level of the atmosphere with the upper level trough. But things just don't look too healthy right now for a very inclusive environment for development. And so we're going to be watching that. Things do and can change in the next 24 to 36 hours. But again, a sure bet, expect showers, thunderstorms, gusty winds, locally heavy rainfall. We have a flash flood watch now in effect for the islands. We could still be expecting upwards of 6 to 10 inches of rainfall the next several days. We do have showers developing across the islands today, and it's going to be episodic in nature as we go through today and tonight, but we will see more rainfall probably into Friday and Saturday, especially if we do see a monsoon surge start pushing across the islands.
Well, and we're seeing it. We're looking at your weather forecast right now on the National Weather Service, forecast.weather.gov, because you are the right guys, right? You're the ones who tell us all this stuff. It says now until Friday, flood watch all the way through. And you can just see the percentages. You told us before, if there's a percentage on there for the amount of rain, it's going to rain. Well, it goes higher by 10% every day leading up toward the weekend.
And so that looks like it's the most certainty in our forecast right now is the rainfall potential with this 98W in some shape or form as it pushes through the islands. The wind intensities, that remains the uncertainty. And that's where I think the key communication is this thing could pass through as just a wet disturbance with gusty winds, or in the extreme cases, the tropical depression becoming a tropical storm somewhere in the CNMI. And that might be north of Tinian and Saipan into the weekends. But that's just one of those uncertainties. Plan for a lot of rainfall this next several days, but anticipate the gusty winds and stay tuned for updated information from the National Weather Service.
Well, it's definitely gusty. It's not that bad right now. It's just rainy here, and we've been getting it the last couple of days. In fact, on Sunday, we had some thunder and lightning. It wasn't too intense. It was intense while it was here, and then it just wasn't here as much. But so, again, the stuff that we're looking at for winds right now, gusts this high, and this is Friday, is 30. So I know maybe it's too early because it's only Wednesday. When you get a few days out, it starts to fall apart a little bit. But, what do you think that we can really be expecting for this weekend?
Yeah, definitely. We're looking at the winds starting to kick in around Thursday through Thursday night. And of course, you can find all this information on our webpage, weather.gov/GUM. Thursday night becoming breezy with northwest to north winds around 15 to 25 miles per hour. And we can see wind gusts at that time all the way up into the 30 mile per hour, 30, 35 mile per hour wind range. Friday, again, breezy with winds up to 25 miles per hour with higher gusts up to 35 miles per hour. And then Friday night and Saturday, much the same with those winds up to around 25 or 30 miles per hour. And we could see stronger winds perhaps in Tinian and Saipan because a lot of the trends have been developing this thing somewhere near the Rota channel, and then the stronger winds on the eastern side. So the symmetry of this tropical system, that's going to play into things with weaker winds on the west side and stronger winds on the east and south side with that monsoon. So where exactly the circulation passes by each individual island can have profound impacts on wind direction, wind speeds, and those wind gusts. So a lot of variables here. But again, plan for and anticipate showers, thunderstorms, some flash flooding potential, and those gusty winds. So secure those loose items and stay tuned.
I know this is when you become the busiest guy. I mean, everybody puts out in their Landon fan club badge and reaches out to you. But I'm wondering in the next couple of days, normally we do once a week, but as this thing we get a little bit closer, people are going to be more interested if we can reach out to you and get you again.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to have a slew of phone calls and meetings throughout the day to figure out how we're going to posture things on the government side, military side, and then also looking for the next few days as we observe and monitor this 98W and how it evolves. And so One matter of technicality was Joint Typhoon Warning Center did upgrade 98W from a low to a medium for development. That's basically saying that the potential for development to a tropical depression is likely, but outside of 24 hours. So we're not likely to see a tropical depression today, or definitely not a tropical storm today, but we could see it develop into a tropical depression sometime at the soonest tonight or into Thursday. And right now, again, it's just not a very healthy looking system. So stay tuned. We're going to put out an email alert to our distribution list that's going to go out public probably at the end of this call in about 10 minutes. Okay, great. So actually, we pulled up the old Joint Typhoon Warning Center while we were talking with you. And it's got, this is 98W. Doesn't look like there's anything on there for us to really look at other than they show 10 and 9. Yeah, and in this email alert that I'll be sending out shortly, this will be posted to our Facebook page, U.S. National Weather Service Guam, right around 8 o'clock, maybe a little bit after 8 o'clock. I've got a meeting at 8 o'clock. But the position from JTWC this morning was around 149. Do plan and expect that to change. That's a very low confidence, low level position, because it's just, again, not much to look at in the satellite as well as at the surface features. So we could see that position change just a little bit. And that's typical with these developing tropical disturbances. It's very disorganized and hard to find where that center of circulation is. So you're saying it's a good time to go into the umbrella business, basically. Yeah. Well, today's going to be one of those days you want to have the umbrella and the sunglasses handy at the same time. All right. Well, this has definitely been great. We're certainly tracking this along with you. We're glad that we've got you to come out here. So right now, a little bit of uncertainty, not sure exactly where the center is, where it's going to be, but we can definitely expect we're going to get some wind in the rain this weekend, right? Yeah, definitely. That's a sure bet. So all right. Stay tuned, and we'll be updating forecasts in the coming days. All right, so we'll reach out to you the next couple days, get you on, and we'll see if we can fit into your busy dance card that's filling up as we speak. Absolutely. All right. Hey, Landon, thanks so much. Anything else that you want to get out there to everybody today? That's really it. Just go ahead and take those basic preparations of loose items and stay tuned to all the latest from Weather Service Guam. We may be doing a Facebook Live broadcast this afternoon. I'll talk with the staff and figure out how we want to play this and communicate it, because this will be very much a communications game on expectations, possibilities, and to put out any fires about rumors and speculation. Awesome. Well, I'll be glued to the screen, and then we'll make sure we get it out there to you too. So if you got something, if you can remember, shoot me a message, say, hey, all the cool kids are going to be online at this time, and then we'll be there. Absolutely. Thanks, Brad. Hey, thanks, Landon. Have a great day. You too. Bye. All right. Well, you just heard it from the man himself. That is Landon Aydlett from the National Weather Service in Guam, giving us this update, saying, hey, there's still a lot of uncertainty. They don't expect the worst coming our way, certainly, but it's still pretty early, so we're going to stay tuned. Make sure one thing that is something that you should do is make sure if you got those loose items out there in your backyard or in your neighborhood, try to tie those things down. And if you're like Landon and you've got 12 feet tall grass in your backyard, who knows what's back there? So check it out. Anyway, that's what we got. Landon, thanks so much for giving us that update. That is incredibly helpful. And now we're going to find out with the rest of you guys how this stuff goes. We still have a whole show to get to today. And we want to say thanks to Landon for taking the time to get in here with us, because with everything going on, we want to make sure that the weather is maybe something that we got a little bit of a handle on. I know we all looked at that windy app. We all know what that looks like, and definitely saw some things that look like it could be pretty close to us in just a couple of days. But again, by the way it ends up looking, we have to see closer and closer and closer. So we might have the National Weather Service do a live briefing later today. If that's the case, fantastic. And then we'll bring that to you guys also, because, hey, I mean, that's what we do.